ChadArmesTV, man, we are back with another interview series, man. And this is one I've been wanting to do for a minute. This man right here in front of me is a legend in rap, period. He's definitely a legend in the Memphis rap scene. I'm very honored to be sitting here across from him, man. We've got Tom Skeemask.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. Good, man. I'm glad that we're finally getting to do this.
Hey, yes.
What's crazy, dude, is when we're filming this, it's a Monday, right?
Right.
Well, 2 days previous to this, we ran into each other at Lil White and Justin Time's album release party.
Yes.
And what's crazy, we had already locked this interview in a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't even, Tom didn't even realize that we did a show with each other 20 years ago.
Like, right.
Yeah, because I went by C-Dub instead of Chad Arms back then. Shout out to Pudgy and Brandon E. and Truth. And
Pudgy, what it do, baby?
Yeah. So it's just crazy that we were talking about that. And but this man right here is a legend, man. And I've been wanting you to be able to tell your story because I know you've got a great one.
I do.
And I'm excited for us to get into it, man. So we'll just, like we always start these, man, we'll just start with growing up. So you want to speak about like what growing up was like? Are you born and raised here or?
Actually, I'm not born and raised in Memphis. And
Okay.
A lot of people they think I was born and raised in Memphis. I was born in Newport, Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
I left there by the age of 5.
Yeah.
I've been in Memphis. I was 5 years old. I came to Memphis. Then I moved to San Diego, California. No, I moved to Milwaukee. Stayed in Milwaukee for about a year or two. Then I moved to San Diego, California. Then I came back to Memphis when I was 19. And I've been here ever since.
So you stayed in Rhode Island and Cali like up until like all through teenage years till
it was East Coast, Midwest, West Coast, South raised.
That's wild, man. So you're
like I'm a pot of gumbo.
For sure.
I'm a big pot of gumbo because I have so many different styles that I rock with.
Yeah. So what was growing up like how, especially with you being on, in the Midwest, the East Coast, West Coast, and later coming to the South, like how would you compare those styles of living like growing up?
Memphis is probably the slowest out of all of them because California is fast, Rhode Island was fast, Midwest was laid back.
Yeah.
But, Memphis is what they call the South, so it's kind of slow, but it's really not slow. It's more relaxing.
Yeah, yeah. Like New York, or you said Rhode Island?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably just 100 miles an hour all the time up that way, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So that's what I've always heard about.
There's a lot of good fish up there.
Really?
Oysters, fish, lobsters, crab.
Yeah.
I didn't get on that till I moved here, though. That's the funny part.
Oh, you was around it all growing up, but you just never messed with it?
Never messed with it. Even when I went back to Rhode Island to meet my dad.
Yeah.
Never messed with it.
That's crazy. Yeah, especially up that way. I bet it is because it's like along the coast and stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
Man, we right there at the ocean.
Yeah. So growing up, like what was like the dynamic like growing up like as a kid? As far as like you had brothers and sisters, was it?
Funny you ask. I am the oldest of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm the oldest of 6 siblings. I'm the oldest. Then it's my sister Tanya. Then it's my brother Tommy. Then it's my brother Clayton. Then Justin. Then Jordan. 3 on my mom's side. 2 on my dad's side.
Gotcha. Okay. So when you were living like say on the East Coast, was you living with your mom or your dad?
I was actually living with my mom.
Your mom's? Okay. Gotcha. And like, did you play sports or anything like that growing up, or was it?
I tried.
Yeah.
I gave up on everything.
Yeah. Was it just just something that wasn't really just piquing your interest, or was it just a lot of stuff going on at home? Or
it was a lot of stuff. Like, okay, when you play sports, any sport that you play, you always have to have somebody there to support you.
Right.
My mom was so busy, and my mom was a single mother. I had no support.
Yeah.
So more or less, I was just like, I ran track for a minute, played football for a minute. True story, playing football, Lincoln High School, I got hit by a Samoan. I gave football up.
Oh, yeah. You get hit by a Samoan in any sport.
I was done.
Yeah.
I'm laid out. I took my, coach, I quit.
Yeah, I'm done. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit.
I took
yeah.
my cousin to the prom that night.
I'm
I was
done.
done.
Yeah. That's
So,
a good reason to that's a good reason to give it up.
oh yeah.
Though. I mean, because I'm sure that didn't feel good at all.
Basketball, I was okay. I just wasn't. I wouldn't have made it to the league. Put it to you like that.
Yeah.
I played. I could shoot a little bit, but I would have never made it to the league.
Right. So when growing up, do you remember like maybe you don't have to maybe not a specific song or artist, but growing up, the music. Do you remember the first type of music that drew you in?
It's funny. Madonna Like a Virgin album.
Okay, hell yeah, dude.
That album, and my mother always played Mickey Howard.
Okay.
So I living in California is different than living in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to break it down in so many ways. They always play top 40 music on the radio in Cali.
Yeah.
Music here is just whatever's hot.
Yeah.
You have to find the stations that played just hip hop or just R&B or just pop or just rock. In Cali, the radio stations played what was the top songs.
Yeah.
Top 40. So I've always heard New Edition, Meatloaf, Daryl Hall and John Oates.
Oh, Hall and Oates are they got heaters, bro. Yeah.
Huey Lewis and the News. That's one of my favorite bands right there.
Absolutely. Every time I think of that,
rock the sports album.
Yep.
Still.
And I love their Back in Time song from the Back to the Future movie too.
Yes.
That's a classic too.
Classic.
But you always knew a Huey Lewis song when it came on just by the way he sang.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He had that whole vibe to him.
Yeah.
Same with Hall and Oates.
Yep.
So when did like rap start to be something that you were getting into? Was like maybe not even necessarily yet from a performance standpoint, but just from like something that you was interested in. Like, because I know you said, that the top 40 style, but when did rap start to get its hooks in you?
When I first seen I Ain't No Joke and The Overweight Lover.
Oh yeah.
The reason why I rap today is because of Rakim and Heavy D.
Two legends, bro.
Yes, bro. Yes.
Yeah.
If I ever meet Rakim, dude, like it would be an honor.
Yeah.
And he's been here and I ain't had a chance to go to a concert. And it broke my heart. But like he's one of the reasons and Heavy D is one of the reasons why I do what I do today.
Well, we'll clip that part out. Make that a clip and see if we can maybe get them to see it on Instagram or something. That'd be dope, bro.
I would love that.
Yeah, we'll definitely clip that up for you. When did you start wanting to like create music? What was it? Was it that once you started hearing them, did it make you want to like try it yourself? You just started writing, or?
I started dancing. I started performing. I used to gangster walk and dance and all of that. With outside all it. I didn't have all of this at the time, but
Yeah.
I was pretty good in my day. But being on the stage, man, is just something I've always wanted to do because my father sang, my mother sang, my grandmother sang, my grandfather sang.
So it's just always been in the family.
So in my family, on my dad's side, everybody sing, rap, play instruments.
Yeah.
On my mom's side, it was a lot of singers and dancers. So, I was just like, why not?
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at it.
Hell yeah. Well, did that start when you moved here? Is that when, okay, so up until.
When I got to Memphis is when I started rapping.
Okay.
But I was dancing when I was in California. I was in a group, but we never, as the group got started when I was in San Diego, I ended up moving.
Yeah.
And that was the crazy part because I was like, wow, I'm just getting ready to start. And Mom was like, you want to stay in Memphis or you want to go back to Cali? I'm like, we can stay in Memphis.
And did y'all have family here? Is that what brought you back here? Okay.
My grandmother and my grandfather stay here.
Gotcha. Okay. So y'all just came back to be with them. And so okay, so dope. So when you moved back here and you started wanting to create. The first, like when you started creating music, how did that come about? Like, how did that start? Was that how you met Squeaky, or is that later?
That's when I met Squeak. I met Squeak. Me and a dude named Daryl Baldwin. We used to gangster walk together. We did shows at Melrose High School. And Squeaky was a DJ. And that's how I met Squeaky. And I used to carry Squeaky's speaker when he DJ'd and everything.
Yeah.
And one night they was rapping in the club, and I just took the mic, man, let me rap. Everybody knew me as a gangster wall, but didn't nobody know I know how to rap.
Oh, they're like, Tom, he finna rap something? Yeah, okay.
And back then I used to rap like Bone. I used to
Yeah.
rap real fast. Bone, Twister, all of them. I used to rap real fast.
Yeah.
Then I was like, smoking weed, getting high, can't catch my wind. I said, man, I got to find my voice.
Yeah.
And that's when Zerk put me on Too Thick.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I was created.
And give the viewers and listeners a timestamp, like what you just said. What time frame was that?
91, 92.
Yeah. So like, and just to say that when you was talking about rapping fast and stuff, that was like when Bone and Twista were like not even really popping like that. Like, because I know Bone had their underground album before Creep on the Come Up, but like that early '90s stuff,
They
like
had an album before Creeping on the Come Up. It was a yellow.
it was like Faces of Death, wasn't it, or something?
Something like that.
Yeah. That's when I first heard them, and I had to find that when I didn't find that till the internet came out. But that's interesting that I wanted them to hear that, because that just gives a timestamp on how long you've been doing this. Okay, so you started rapping, and then at the party, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
the club.
And then after that, were they like, you need to try to make something of this, or was it?
After that, because we was all cool,
Mm-hmm.
and Zerk had just did Dirty Hoes.
Okay, yeah.
Just did Dirty Hoes, and Zerk was doing an album, so we did the Too Thick song, me, him, and Buckshot, and that's when I wrote my verse, and from there it was history.
Yeah. And like a lot of that old underground stuff that Squeaky ended up putting out, that was all that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And then did he already have Mo Cheddar then, or is that something that formed?
It was Big Cheese at first.
Okay.
And then it formed in the Mo Cheddar.
Yeah.
Because Big Cheese was on the Mission album.
Mm-hmm.
And when we did Too Wild for the World, it was Mo Cheddar.
Oh, got you. Yeah. So that's what I'm hyped to talk to you about. So, and we can bounce back and forth from the DJ Squeaky stuff too, because I know he's heavily tied into your story, especially early on. But Too Wild for the World, right?
Yes.
Which is a classic album, period. But especially in the Memphis rap history, you have to put Tom Skeemask that out. You have to put that album in there. I think so. Okay. But Too Wild for the World, man. Let's talk about that one. So that dropped in February of '98, right? Which is in the height of '98 is such a, to me, I'd love to do like a retrospective of the year 1998 in rap, because there's so many fire ass albums that came out in '98. Talk about that first album. Like, how long did it take to create it, put it together? That was your first project, right? Other than just the Squeaky stuff?
No, I did a mixtape before then.
Okay.
Yeah. 95 was my first mixtape, and then 98 the album came out.
Gotcha.
It didn't take us no time to put that album together, because it was me, Krim, Thug, Squeaky. Like, it was us. Even though it's a Tom Skeet record, it was Tom Skeet. It was Squeaky and the family, but it was a Tom Skeet solo project.
Yeah.
If you really pay attention, a lot of songs had Krim and Thug on it.
For sure, absolutely. Y'all had some great ass songs on that album, man.
Yes.
And of course, I love the intro, the Motherfuck You Hoes intro too. But my favorite song on that album, man, it's hard. I love Why Now. I love that one, which is kind of a sleeper.
You want to hear a story about that?
Yeah.
Why Now is my favorite song on that record, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Squeaky and them was him, Willie Triggs, Marcus, somebody else. They was all working on that song, on that track. I got woke up 3 o'clock in the morning. We had 4 songs to record and finish that day so we can get that project to meet the deadline.
Oh, okay.
I was woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, listening to that junk, and I wrote. went straight in.
Yeah.
By the time we got to the studio and recorded everything, we had everything done. And as we had everything, as we got done, we was all like, we made it.
Like buzzer beater.
I had 4 songs to write.
Yeah.
2 of the songs, Kareem wrote the last verses on there. 2 verses. Too Wild for the World, and he wrote the second verse on Too Wild for the World and second verse on Forever Hustle.
Forever Hustle's another banger too.
That's my favorite. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. So that was like so that's crazy that's how that came about. So in that album, it was Mo Cheddar, but was it like an independent album?
It was on Relatively Records.
Relatively, okay, gotcha.
We had got a deal with Relativity off on the Mission album.
Oh, off the Squeaky the compilation stuff.
That album and 3 6 had just signed a deal, and they was looking for somebody else, and they found Squeaky. What I hear, I don't know the whole story behind that, but
yeah,
we got a deal right along as 3 6 got a deal.
Yeah, and that was along that same time frame as like Chapter 2. And,
yep.
That
was awesome though.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That Too Wild for the World, man, is that album and the first Project Players album. To me, both of those albums are great.
We did Dirty Down South in Texas. We was at Ball in them studio when we recorded that song. And when I tell you that was fun.
Hell yeah, dude.
That was fun.
The Project Players album?
Mm-hmm.
That What's Your Affiliation to me is in my top. That song is probably my top 20 favorite, like, rap. Like, I love that song, bro.
Run 'Em Over is mine.
Run 'Em Over is a banger too, yeah. But that's dope because I think I was so obsessed with once I found out about rap music, bro. What made me find out about? I mean, obviously I heard like Tag Team, Tag Team and Vanilla Ice and all that stuff. But when I heard Bone Thugs Crossroads, that's when I was like, oh, this is all I want to listen to is rap music, right? Then I found out about 3 6 Mafia.
Okay.
And I found out about Memphis rap. And then back then it was all like there was 3 6, and then like there was that side that kind of got more shined on. But then there was like people tried to like say there was the other side, which was DJ Squeaky, which was all you guys. And I loved it equally, but I guess it was just a thing where people were used to hearing, hit a motherfucker or something. And then, I don't know, it kind of split it up.
It was, we're going to talk about it. It was a beef between Squeaky and Paul.
Okay.
It was Squeaky versus Paul.
That's kind of how I felt. Like, I didn't know nothing back then.
And that's what it was. And the funny part about it was because we all from one city, so we shouldn't even be beefing like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you sample somebody's stuff or you jack somebody's stuff and you run with it and don't give them props for it, it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
What song was it?
What song it wasn't.
Oh, yeah, okay. Got you.
Like you said, the hit a motherfucker, that came from Ball and G.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. We're over it now.
Yeah.
We're a lot grown now.
Yeah.
We've grown up, so to speak. So, what we did back then, we was young. We good now.
Yeah. Was the tension high back then with all that?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Well, I know too, back then there was the whole thing where there was artists that was signed to them, like I'm guessing like the Skinny Pimp and the Gangsta Blacks and those guys. And I don't know if Playa Fly I know he was working with them early on. And then I know they left. And then there was the whole thing where I think Skinny Pimp was kind of going back and forth with them early on. And then they went back and forth with Bone, I know, to Live By Your Rep stuff. But I just was always curious how the separation. I didn't know if it was because of that or what, but there was so much dope music coming out of Memphis, and it has been since then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's good that everybody's good now, but I can see why that would have been
And the funny part about it, the people don't realize it was the people that kept the beef together, kept it going.
That's usually how it works, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
We all good. Ain't nobody died. We still here.
Right.
We still rocking.
For sure. So when that record came out, did you see how much of an uptick did you start seeing? Like, did you see when that album came out? Obviously, I'm sure your buzz kept going from what you already had with Squeaky and them.
Mm-hmm.
But did that just keep the momentum really like going up for you with that album?
It did.
Yeah,
it did. But the crazy part about it, my buzz is bigger now than it was back then.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome though.
Man, do you know how many, like, my fan base overseas is dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I got so many fans in Germany,
Yeah.
Poland, New Zealand. Like, the crazy part about it, every message that I get, I respond. I don't have nobody responding.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like, people be like, I can't believe it's you. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's me.
Yeah. That's dope though. That you think that's because I've known, especially with Memphis, like this style, y'all's style of rap, dude. I can see why that's so big, and I'm sure once Suicide Boys came out and got so popular and was sampling a lot of that stuff, it introduced a lot of y'all's original, like Memphis's style, to the newer kids that didn't really know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I've been seeing. It's cool when I see like Tommy Wright will post that somebody sampled something of his, or you or whoever it may be, Play a Fly, you know, all those guys. So where it's cool to see that, man. But that's dope that you get that kind of love.
I love it, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
So you had the momentum from Too Wild for the World.
Mm-hmm.
The next project was 2001.
Mm-hmm.
You Can't Hold Me Back,
Mm-hmm.
right? That was still Mo Cheddar, right?
Yep.
Okay. That is the album that has my favorite song that you ever done on it. It's Daddy Loves His Babies.
Oh my gosh.
Bruh, that shit's so fire, dog.
Dude.
Because it was so different, like, and it was so real. Like the other songs, it's mostly like crunk music, like crunk Memphis stuff. But that stuff, when you tapped into that side, that's what I thought was fire. It's still fire to this day, bro.
Dude, I love my kids.
Yeah.
And I've always done a song for my mom.
Yep. I had the girl singing the hook. That one. Yep.
I have 3 or 4 songs dedicated to my mother.
Mm-hmm.
But I never thought I would do a song. But once I seen my children, I was just like, you know what? I love my babies. I got to let people know I love my children.
Yep.
And I do. I got 3 boys, 1 girl. Now I got 2 grandbabies. I got 2 granddaughters.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
man.
you know.
Yeah.
I'm Paw.
Yeah.
Paw Ski.
Paw Ski, dude.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
Both of them girls. So, you know, I'm already ruined because they're going, Paw. When they get older, they'll be 2 this year, actually.
Mm-hmm.
1 in April and 1 in September. I hope I got it right.
Yeah.
But
how that just make as a pawpaw, man, I'm sure that hits so much more differently than
it does, because you get an opportunity to really do a little better as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
Like as a parent, you know, when you have kids, you don't know what you're doing. You're just like, oh, I got to raise kids, you know.
And you were young too.
I was, man.
Yeah.
I was 21 when I had my first. No, it was 23 when I had my first child.
Yeah.
Because my ex-wife was 21.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Like,
so you were still a kid.
I was 23. She was 21.
Yeah.
We had our first child. Then 11 and a half months later, had another one.
Mm-hmm.
Then we waited and had another one, and then 2 years after that, my little girl was born. And 3 boys, 1 girl.
Yeah.
I'm blessed for sure.
Yeah, dude, that's dope. So let's talk about that album itself. How did that album do? Like, because we're about 3 years later after the first album. In between then, was you still doing stuff with Squeaky and stuff? Was he still putting out the?
We did, okay, after the Project Players album, we did a Squeaky During the Mission album.
Okay, got you.
And then when During the Mission, then we came to Remote Cheddar Mobsters, then that album, my second album.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. The Mission album, when it's the cover with him on like he's in the plane.
Yeah.
That's that. I love them graphics back then, bro. That's when.
Oh man, I love that album. That
album is fire too, bro.
That album got slept on too.
Yeah. We was talking about this off camera, but I've been saying this, but like, Do you feel? I know that you do, but how slept on do you feel like you are and have been? Do you feel like you've been like criminally slept on throughout
Oh,
this whole?
I do.
Yeah,
I
I think
do.
so too.
Because a lot of people meet me, and when they see me, they be like, "Oh my God, I didn't know you was Ski-Mask."
Mm-hmm.
It's like they know my name, but they don't know my face.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I get compared to Bun B all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you sound like Bun B.
Yeah.
That's my brother, though. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love Bun. Like I got something in the works for that one.
Oh,
So
fire, dude.
I got something in the works for that one. So, but like I told him, I got to go down to Houston because I want to go check out the Trill Burgers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
That's a bucket list thing for me too.
oh
Man.
yeah,
Trill Burgers,
definitely.
Yeah.
But
Pimp C's my favorite rapper of all time. I
oh
told
my,
Pat that it's Pimp C, and then Project Pat's my favorite rapper living, but like Pimp C's my all-time favorite rapper.
right,
He's not. He was just so much more than a rapper, bro. He was a producer and a singer and
all of that.
everything. But yeah, man, I definitely think that you were slept on, and I don't. What do you think it is? Like over the years, what do you think it was? Was it just like the not having the national exposure, or do you think it was anything in particular, or it's just like a lost in the shuffle kind of thing?
Probably lost in the shuffle, and I was probably talking about stuff that people really didn't want to talk about.
Yeah.
I was a lot more grown when I dropped my first album.
Yeah.
My first album, I was 27.
Yeah.
Most cats that dropped their first album 19, 20, 21.
Yeah. They were still kids, really.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I was grown.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to talk about was different than what other people wanted to talk about. What I wanted to rap about was different what other people wanted to rap about.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why when I dropped my third album, I had fun.
Yeah. And on what I'm trying to like on Apple Music, it's like there's a big gap. What was the third album?
You'll never find it.
I was going to say because I know you dropped more than what's on here.
Yeah. The
Okay.
third album was Coming to My World.
Okay. What year? What time frame was that?
2005.
Okay, so we're about 4 years after the second. Okay.
But I got a video out called Swaggerback. That's off that album.
Okay.
I have a video out called Ghetto Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
That's off that album. What other song that I got off that album that I shot a video to? I'm getting ready to shoot the video to the song called Take You Out.
Okay.
And that's more grown. And Dippin'. I just dropped a song called Dippin'. Dropped a video to Dippin'. Dippin' is also on Coming to My World album.
Dippin's fire. I was listening to that earlier.
Oh my God.
The new single.
I love that joint, man.
Bro, I'm gonna show you the picture, but I'm gonna put it on the screen so everybody can see it. I knew you had I knew that album wasn't that one.
Yes.
Yeah. So was it just an issue? Like, is it just not on streaming platforms?
It's not on streaming platforms
for distro issues or something.
No. Actually, the label that it came out through, they disappeared.
Oh, okay.
It was in Minnesota, and they just shut down.
Oh man! And then you had the Come Into My World mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I wasn't tripping when I was looking at Apple Music earlier, and I saw like a 14-year gap or something.
Yeah.
So when you did that, the third album that we're talking about, was that wasn't with Mo Cheddar?
No.
That you just went.
That was my entity. It was a 2 Wild Entertainment.
Okay.
And then I changed. And recently, I gave that 2 Wild Entertainment to my ex-wife, so she have something to have. Like I gave her that label or that entity, so she can build what she's building.
Yeah.
And I started Crowd Pleasing Movement.
Right.
The movement is the music.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm always gonna take care of my family.
No, absolutely.
Whether we're together or not.
Yeah.
Like that's my road dog. Like nobody understands. Me and that lady have known each other for over 30 years. I met her. I was 21 and she was 19. I'd be 53. She'd be 51.
Yeah.
I've known her longer than I've known anybody.
Yeah.
since I've been in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
We have 4 children, 2 grandchildren. She got about 6 dogs.
Yeah.
She love pets, so you know.
Yeah.
But that's my family, man.
Yeah. That's dope that you're still been able, that you and her, and has that ever wavered? Y'all have always been
Oh
like,
man, I messed up.
yeah.
The reason why we're not together now is my fault.
Okay.
As a man, I cheated.
Yeah.
And women get tired.
No, for sure.
They get tired, and she got tired, man. She dealt with it for 19 and a half years, bro.
Mm-hmm.
For 19 and a half years, we were together. 16 and a half, I cheated.
Yeah.
But I'm man enough to admit I made the mistakes.
Yeah.
Everybody like, what would she do? I don't know. I can't tell you what she did. I was too busy worrying about me.
No, for sure.
But we sat down and had a conversation one day, and she broke down and told me, and I was just sitting there like, I was dumbfounded. I was like, wow, I really messed this shit up, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, oh well, you know.
Yeah.
But I make sure I leave something for them. So whenever I'm called home, they'll have something. And the kids, the grandkids, they got something to
Yeah.
know me by.
No, for sure. Like
You
a
know what I'm
like
saying?
a legacy.
My legacy is gonna be. They'll be able to take care of it from there.
Yeah. So when you moving after the third one, after that third project with the label that you said from that was based out of Minnesota,
Mm-hmm.
that's what was the project that came out after that one, like a solo project? Was it the?
It hasn't been one. I've been doing mixtapes and EPs.
It's just been mixtapes and stuff. Okay.
Yeah. But the album that I'm gonna do, it's an album getting ready. I'm working on now. It's called I'm Not Finished.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to retire, bro.
Yeah.
I wanted to retire. I was like, I'm done with rapping.
Was you just tired of the politics in it?
I was.
Yeah.
Couldn't get no airplay, no radio play. Nobody wanted to listen. I felt like nobody wanted to hear Tom Skeemask. So I was just like, I'm gonna retire. Let it go.
Yeah.
My partner, Knowledge Nick.
Mm-hmm.
He's more of he's from Memphis, but when you hear him, you would think he's a East Coast rapper. He's like, I want to do a song with you. He's like, all right. I said, I was about to retire, but you know, I'll do a song with you. And we did a song called Running the Game. We actually have a video to that. I was like, I think I feel it again.
Yeah.
But I was still hesitant. Then a young guy named Virgos. Between them 2 young fellas, man, if it wasn't for them 2 young fellas, I'd have left the game a long time ago.
Yeah.
A long time ago, like 10 years ago, I'd have been done.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Virgos got a song, I can't even think of the name of it. I just looked at the video the other day. We all got a song, and I'm telling you, that video, we shot a video to that, and that one is nice too. I just have fun. I think I was making it more of a job than just enjoying the music.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
No, 100%, dude. That's the quickest way to not have fun anymore with it.
And I stopped having fun. I really did.
Yeah.
And when I stopped having fun, I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this no more.
Yep.
Now I'm back to having fun, making good music. Me and my artist Miles, I got a song called Big Booty Beatdown.
Mm-hmm.
We just did another song called All We Need. We finna shoot videos of both of those.
Was that the artist that I met at White's the other night?
No, he's actually my gangster walker. That's my gangster walker. But
Oh,
he raps too.
Yeah, he said he's with
He's from Chicago though.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he from the Chi. Then my homeboy Big Curtis, which I call my little brother, me and him got some songs together too. And we finna get ready to do an EP as well. I'm always behind the scenes working.
Yeah.
But I work. If that makes sense. Like,
oh yeah.
But we having fun. Like when we went to this show, I told them, I'm like, yeah, bro, y'all see what I be talking about. Cause they don't come to stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, bro, y'all need to go.
Yeah, because it was like it had a lot of like White's core fans from back in the day there, but then it had like the country rap fans that Justin brought along with White, bringing them. You know what I'm saying? And it was a really dope event, man. It wasn't no BS that went down. I
loved it, man. Like I keep telling folks, man, get you a core audience
Mm-hmm.
and stick to them, and
Yeah.
they gonna be there.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna go nowhere.
Yeah.
You got fans for life, and I've realized that now over the years.
Mm-hmm.
I have fans for life.
Yeah.
So
No, that's true, man. And you don't have to have a ton of them either to make a good living. Like you could just have 300 to 500 dedicated fans
yes,
that bought all the merch, bought all, streamed all the music, came to the shows, and that stuff you can flourish like that, man. It
oh
doesn't
yeah,
have to be millions and millions of people. I mean, that would be amazing, but it doesn't have to be that.
yeah. But why would you have millions and millions of people when you can't go nowhere? Then
Right.
I still want to be able to go and walk where I want to go
Oh,
and
same here,
hang
dude.
out.
Yeah.
But if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. As long as I'm able to take care of my kids and me
Mm-hmm.
and my grandkids,
Yeah.
as long as they be able to take care, they can take over when I'm gone.
Yeah.
As long as they able to do that, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, and two, man, like, I remember you dropped, like in 2017, you dropped Missing the Streets, right? Was that like a little was it a compilation of songs that you had?
That was an EP. It was just some stuff I had worked on.
Okay.
I,
That one has a banger, some bangers on it too, man.
Yes,
like the
sir.
Jump Like You Want Some is,
Ooh.
bro, when I went back and listened to that, I remember, I was like, what? That was older than 2017, though, right?
Yeah, that was probably 14.
I remember that being out a few years prior because I remember hearing that song a lot.
I did that with Pudgy.
Yes.
I did that with Pudgy.
Yes.
I performed that night. We got locked up.
Yeah. Bro, that was crazy. That was 2004, dude.
Oh my, really?
Yes, dude.
It's older than that then.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Yes.
Because when I heard that compilation, I was like, I knew that. So 2004, we did a show, me and Pudgy. Pudgy started something called Lyrical Royalty Entertainment, and it was him and me and Brandon E and Truth and Casper and Wicked, and it was a bunch of us and Rage.
Mm-hmm.
We had I don't know how we got booked for the show in Tupelo, but you were there. That's when we met you.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember what happened, but Pudgy got locked up that night.
I can tell you what happened.
Okay, go ahead.
If you want to talk about
no,
it,
go
I can
ahead.
tell you.
Go ahead.
Pudgy had a pocket full of weed.
Mm-hmm.
They had them dogs out there. That's when Yo Gotti. That was the day Yo Gotti headlined that show.
It was. He did headline 2004,
and
bro.
We walked past that gate, and that dog went ape shit. And when we left, they pulled us over.
Was you with Pudgy?
Yeah, I was in the car with Pudgy.
Oh, okay. So
because I had a piece of joint wrapped up in a piece of paper in my wallet, and they took it out my wallet. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, dude.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
How sticklers they were about. I remember we had to go because I was in a different car. I was in Casper's car, and I remember we were waiting for Pudgy to get bonded out or something. Y'all to get bonded out. That's crazy. That Yo Gotti did headline that.
We had an after party that we was gonna make $15,000 damn near $2,000 on.
Yes, dude. And I remember that because it was right after Yo Gotti's Life album came out.
Mm-hmm.
03, 04, bro. That's wild, man.
That's wow.
Shout out Pudgy.
Shout out Pudgy.
That's crazy, man.
I need to see you, big dog.
No, for sure. We'll have to make that happen, dude. He's doing good, man. He's doing the family thing in Clarksville, and he's got kids that are teenagers now.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's wild, dude. I forgot Yo Gotti was the headliner that night, man.
That's
and it was
crazy.
at where was that at? It was like some
Bancorp South Center. I'll never forget because me and my ex-wife went to an R. Kelly concert there. I told her, I said, I want to go in this building, right? This is the day this is the building we went in and me and Pudgy got locked up in. I hate this building. I was mad as hell.
Yeah, dude. That's wild, man. That's crazy. That was 20 years ago, dude.
Wow, that is crazy.
Because that's when it had to be 04 or 05. That was when we were doing all that stuff.
Yep.
Because Pudgy had the maroon expedition or whatever
with the nuts on the back.
Yeah, with the truck nuts, dude. Dude. Pudgy had truck nuts before anybody I knew had truck nuts, dude.
Wow.
That's a great story. I'm so glad that you remember that story because my memory's awful. But of course, if I would have had happened to me what happened to you, I would have remembered it a lot easier. But yeah, man. So here, I got a couple of fun questions I want to ask you. So,
shoot,
if you had to pick 5 Memphis rap albums, and you could only have, not excluding yours, if you could pick 5 and you could only have those 5 to keep, what are you picking? It doesn't have to be a certain order. Just if you could pick 5 of them.
Coming Out Hard.
Yep.
Mr. Don't Play.
Yeah.
Till We Die.
Yep. Can't argue them 3 at all.
White's album before he did this one with Just in Time. A lot of people don't like. It's he's in a red car. I can't think of the name.
I'll pull it up right now. I think it's the self-titled album. Shout out Lil White. It's so funny. He called right before we did this interview.
Right.
I'm pulling it up now. Oh yeah, the self-titled album in 2018.
Yes.
This one.
Yes. People don't know. I love that record.
Yeah.
I love that record.
That's fire, dude.
And On a Mission, baby.
On a Mission. God, that's 5. That's 5 great choices, dude. I don't know. I don't know what I mean. Mr. Don't Play is my favorite rap album of all time. So that's number 1.
I love that record because Pat was different.
So different, dude.
Pat was different.
Yeah. His cadence and
that was it.
Yeah,
right?
dude. Yeah, dude. He spawned so many juniors too with that, with that cadence. And when I interviewed him, salute to Pat, he's super dope human. But when I interviewed him and I was talking to him about how he got into music, he just straight up said, he said, I was watching Juicy counting money like he was moving bricks. And he said, it's just rhyming words together. It can't be that hard. He said, I love money. He said, he got his flow from like the Memphis pimps that he would be around, like the way they talked and stuff. And he just kind of developed his flow pattern from the way they talked. Not that they were rappers, but that's how he said he started. That's how he got the cadence. And it was just crazy that that's how he came up with it. But so yeah, man, Pat was definitely different.
Pat is always gonna be different. That's a good dude, man. People don't realize dude is really cool.
No, he's cool as a fan, man. Like, and
I'm probably the only cat that was in a different crew that got along with 3 6 Mafia.
Really?
Everybody else couldn't stand them, or they couldn't, quick story. We in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
This was when Project Players that just dropped the Till We Die album.
Okay.
We all doing a show with the Young Bloods. Paul and them on one side, we on the other side. And I see them. I walk over and I go holler at everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the coolest cat in the world, man. I get along with everybody.
Yeah.
I just get along with people.
Mm-hmm.
Man, don't you take your ass over. Man, fuck y'all. I'm going to holler at these folks. Man, we from the same city.
Yeah.
And I went over there, we chopped it up. They got done. I left. We went and did the show, and we left.
Yeah. No problem at all.
As long as we can get along and we do the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, they took some music. Okay, they did this. Okay, we did that. Okay, we're doing music.
Yeah.
Music.
Yeah.
Let's get along. We from the same city. We shouldn't be in another state and they see us acting like we don't like each other.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt way back then.
Back then, yeah. And most everybody's came around. I mean, I guess there's not that issue now. With y'all, of course, now it's a whole other thing with the newer artists, I'm sure. But with you guys, and it just sucks because think about the collabs that could have came from all of you guys back then. Like, that didn't ever happen because of all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The amount, that would have been amazing.
Dope as hell.
Yeah.
Dope as hell.
Did you ever get to meet Dolph?
I did.
You did?
I did.
Because I knew he worked with Squeaky, especially early on.
I didn't meet Dolph like everybody else met Dolph.
Okay.
I'm in the studio at Squeaky Studio, and I walk in, and he was like, "That's Young Dolph." I'm like, "What's up, bro?" He spoke, and that was it.
Yeah.
The day that man got murdered, it broke me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why?
No, for sure.
I did an hour rant on Facebook. Like I had probably 115 people on my live. I don't never have that many people on my live, but I was so upset.
Yeah.
I was so hurt. Like, why did y'all kill that man?
Yeah.
What was the purpose of that? And then when we went up to the memorial, I went on the news and said, "Come on, man, we gotta join hands. We gotta join forces.
Yeah.
Let's get together. Let's sit down and talk about this. What can we do to fix this?"
Yeah.
Nobody never came.
Nobody wanted nothing to do with it, huh?
It's okay.
Yeah, that dude did so much, man. And it's like
so much behind the scenes that people didn't know. I'm still hearing stuff that he did. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, man. And it was like, you don't see none of that. You never saw that side of all that stuff until he got killed. Then that's when all the clips started getting made. And I was a fan of Dolph. I found out about Dolph early on because of Starlito, getting him on one of his mixtapes back in the day. Just being from Nashville and being a diehard Lito fan, I heard that's how I found out about him and Don Tripp and Gates. But like, and then when I found out Squeaky was doing a lot of his production, I was like, oh, come on, dude. This is like the early on stuff he was doing. But Dolph was one of my favorite artists, like, especially from Memphis, and it's sad, man.
That young brother was tough, man.
Yeah, y'all had Memphis has lost a lot of legendary. I mean, I'm talking about Lord Infamous.
Lord Infamous,
Koopsta,
Boo,
Gangsta Boo,
Dolph,
man,
Big Juke.
Yeah, and see that whole thing is crazy because look how close Gotti was to that situation. I mean, he couldn't have gotten closer without being the one. It's like,
for me, it breaks my heart because we supposed to be a family. Hip hop is a family, and we killing off our family.
Yeah,
and it's sad.
And there's plenty of money to go. Like, there's plenty of success and money to go around for everybody, man. That's what's crazy, especially in the streaming era and just the shows and the like all that's the opportunities that are there.
Yes,
it's so easy now with everything being so advanced technologically. Like you can, so much that could come of it, and it is sad, man, for sure. So here's a question.
Talk to me.
Dream collaborations. What are a couple of your dream collabs?
Rakim.
Hell yeah.
Man, Rakim.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
Bun. Face.
Yeah. Legend.
Believe it or not, people ain't gonna believe this one. Queen Latifah.
That would be dope, dude.
I love Queen Latifah, dude. Like,
she could rap and she could sing.
Exactly.
Yeah. People underrated her singing, man.
And my all-time favorite female rapper, Da Brat.
Da Brat, dude. Da Brat be snapping, dude.
I've been a fan of Da Brat since Funktified.
Oh,
like, dude. Even when she was on The Bomb with Criss Cross. Like,
yeah.
She came with what's the lady name? She was on it was a Tyler Perry TV show. Alan Payne played The House of Pain. Alan Payne's wife that was in that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, TV show. She sings.
Oh, okay.
And they did a concert in Mississippi at the Landers. And Da Brat is on the song. Me and my ex-wife had went. My concert, me and my ex-wife was like the concert goers. Every concert, man, we New Edition, R. Kelly, Joe, Charlie Wilson, you name concert, man, we go.
Oh, Charlie Wilson's one of my favorites, bro.
Beast.
Yeah.
So she's singing, and next thing she said, "Oh yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, Da Brat." I looked at my ex-wife and I beeline.
Yeah.
Straight to the front of the stage. She know I'm a diehard Da Brat fan.
Yeah.
Dawg, dude, I'm in that bitch in tears. Like,
Yeah. The rap was a beast,
I was
bro.
like,
Still
oh my
is, I'm sure.
God.
Yeah.
I came back. She's like, you okay? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Like,
The brat could spit.
like when I tell you, that's how I found out about Missy. I fell in love with Missy because of the brat.
Yeah.
She did the soccer to me. I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm on that. I'm a fan of music.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not. Funny, real talk. I got a radio show I'm finna get ready to do.
Oh, that's gonna be dope.
It's called Relax with Thomas Walker.
Mm-hmm.
It's my government name.
Yeah.
No rap.
Yeah. Just like R&B vibes.
R&B, old school pop. Like, it's just like, relax. When you get off work, what you want to do? You want to relax.
No, for sure.
I'm gonna start the week off. My show is on Monday. It's on worldwide radio. We got an internet radio. It's just Relax with Thomas Walker, man. Come on.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you some old school, new school. Like, I listen to music. I'm gonna give you something to vibe to. You're like, oh, this dude should be a DJ. I just want y'all to vibe with me for an hour.
Yeah.
Just relax.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be cool, man. So I wanna end off the interview with a question that I've been asking a lot of the people that I interview. Who is Tom Skeemask?
Tom Skeemask is a father.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Skeemask is a rapper. Tom Skeemask is a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Skeemask is your brother, your uncle, your player partner.
Yeah.
Tom Skeemask is the one person, if he got it, he'll give you the shirt off his back.
Facts.
I'm the one person, if you need therapy and you need to just vent, I'm the one you can vent to, and it ain't gonna get back to nobody but you.
Yeah.
I'm that person.
Yeah,
That's what Tom Skeemask says.
Hell yeah, man. This has been fun, man. This is definitely something that I'm glad we got to do, bro.
I am too, brother.
And I'd love to sit down with you again once you put out the new music, and we can double back and you can tell some more stories, because I know you got a bunch.
I do.
But I think that this is a good start, and I want people to be more in tune with not only what you're doing, but what you have done for hip hop and for Southern rap, especially. You know, and I hope that this, because we're going to get clips for this for you, and ChadArmesTV listeners and watchers that aren't familiar definitely will go back and stream the old stuff, I'm sure. And
please,
the new stuff.
please.
For sure.
I promise, if you go back and stream it, you're going to like it.
No, absolutely.
And message me. Talk to me.
Yeah.
I am the one that responds on everything, from TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I don't do Twitter no more since they named it X.
Yeah, I never was big on anyway, but I don't
YouTube. If you message me, I'm the one that responds. If you don't believe me, you can ask Chad.
Absolutely.
He messaged me, I messaged him back.
Yep.
I'm that dude. I'm the one that I respond on all my stuff.
Yeah, and we'll put like all your links below, so y'all be sure to follow him, subscribe to him.
Yes.
On like all the platforms, to where when he drops the new music and he's in the new, you know, like whatever content he's coming out with, we'll make sure that y'all are aware of it. And we're going to work with him more in the future. But yeah, man, I love you, brother. I appreciate you.
I love you, brother.
And I'm glad that we got to do this, and I hope that it was as cool for you as it was for me, because on this side of the camera, man, I had a lot of fun sitting down and talking with you.
Yes, sir.
For sure. But y'all be sure to subscribe to him, man. Follow him on Instagram and TikTok and all those platforms. And
check out the new video, Dipping.
Is it out now?
It's out now.
We'll put the link in the
Dipping.
Yeah, we'll put the link.
You will love that song.
Hell yeah, it's
dope.
I
promise you.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. ChadArmesTV, Tom Skeemask.
Salute.